Hello everyone, this is Tara from the Thirsty Thrifters, and I'm doing my first solo video. I'm going to do what's sold on Poshmark from May 6th through May 12th, 1 week's worth. And the reason why Dave is not here is just because I don't think he likes doing these, and we're going to save him for the fun ones, and maybe I can keep an actual schedule. So I'm going to switch over to my screen sharing, and I will show you all the items that sold, how much they sold for. I'll tell you how long they were listed and if I would buy them again. We have 48 items that sold during this week, so let's get started, and hopefully I do this correctly because Dave usually does all this stuff. So I know I do that. I don't know why that happens. I've never seen that on anybody else's video, so we must be doing something weird. So we're going to start here. We have a NASA t-shirt I got at the Benz, just a graphic tee. It was listed for, I didn't even look at that, listed since December, so quite a while. Pretty good condition. I thought I might wear it myself, but then I just decided to sell it, and it only sold for $10. I like graphic tees. They don't sell for much. I just like having them in my closet because I like to wear them. So I'd probably buy it again from the Benz. Just don't spend much on those. Next, I have a bundle of 3 items, except one item was a lot. So the first is this swimsuit my mom gave me to sell, and I spelled that wrong. It says swimsuit. That's cool. And the brand was Heat, which I'd never heard of, but it did get likes every time I listed it. I did have to relist it. So I don't know anything about that brand. I probably wouldn't have purchased it myself to sell. Next is an Athleta hoodie that I had not had listed very long. Actually, this was for sale at one point, and then somebody offered me some, and I then decided I wanted to keep it. So I've been wearing this for a few months, and then decided to try to sell it again when I had nothing left to list. And it sold very quickly after I listed it the second time around, which was in April. And then the last thing they purchased was a bundle of workout gear. I do like doing bundles of workout items. Just from personal experience, I know that it's nice to find bundles like this to purchase, and every time I make one, I sell. I do try to stick to at least medium, large, or above, because smalls are all over the place, and those people tend to have a lot of workout gear already and don't need more. I don't know, that's probably a horrible generalization, but this was the bundle. It was 4 tops, a couple of them were Athleta, Adidas, and then a couple of leggings that were Capri length. So all of those items, and that was listed in April also, all of those I sold for $80. I sent them an offer on that bundle. I told you if I'd buy those again, I think. Next was a Maui retro duffel bag with this rainbow stripe on it. I bought that at my local thrift store for $3. I just thought it was really cool. It wasn't anything special in terms of brand, but I did finally sell it for $20, and it was listed for 2 months or so, listed in March. So I'd probably buy that again. It was cute. I liked it. This was a mistake item on my part. I got this at my Goodwill, and I believe it was $1. It was marked $1.99, and then that color was half off. And it was brand new, just kind of romantic, silky looking full nightgown, but then it had all of these black spots on it, and since it's brand new with tags, I'm not going to wash it. But it did sell for $12 and didn't take too long, so I got my money back. It was only listed a month, but I needed to inspect that better myself. This next item was donated to me. It was listed since April, and it was just a cute style of bag. It was not any brand at all. It had these studs on the front. It had a bow, so faux leather, not even real leather, but they purchased it for $10, and I was happy with that. It cost me nothing. What is next? DR2. This was also a donation. DR2 red long sleeve button down blouse. This was listed in April also, so about a month. And I was going to send this to ThredUp because I've seen that this brand, they price pretty high on ThredUp, but then somebody purchased it, so that was better. Instant money versus waiting a few weeks for them to process my bag. But it was a cute high-low top, but it was just cheap polyester. I probably wouldn't purchase this to sell, but it was donated to me, as I said. And I made $6.93. Denim and Supply Western Maxi Dress. This was listed in March, and I cross-listed it to Mercari and eBay, but it sold here. I had it listed, like I said, 2 months, and it was getting lots of likes, but nobody was sending me any good offers, and I finally took a $25 offer. It was listed for $40. But it was real soft flannel material and a maxi style, and not even the season for this kind of thing because it was long and long sleeved. But the Denim and Supply, I definitely do like getting from the bins, especially to test. I think I've only gotten 2 Denim and Supply items, and they both sold and didn't take too long to sell. Next is, oh, this one was funny. So this was listed in April, this vintage cream embroidered deer wildlife sweater. I got this at a bag sale at a thrift store, and it had a deer on the front. This was, my bag wasn't full, and they said, you can go get a couple more things. So I went and grabbed this. And then I put it away to list when winter time was approaching, and then I ran out of things to list. So I listed all my winter things, and it still sold for $20. I do like cute kind of graphic on sweaters. I like selling those. I like having them in my closet. And for that price, can't really be beat filling a bag. This was listed in April, this Victoria's Secret navy blue no wire bra. I think I actually got this from the bin pickers. They had it listed on eBay. I think I added it in, and then I don't wear these kind of bras anymore, so decided to sell it because I needed things to list. I will buy Victoria's Secret bras in good shape at the bins, and that's pretty much the only place because they will only go for $15, $20 at the most, and sometimes they take forever. This one didn't take too long, luckily, and sold for $16. This was also my own. I got this at a consignment shop to wear under my clothes, and then it just kept riding up high on me. Didn't stay down, so time to sell it because I ran out of things to list. It sold pretty fast, but only for $9. I don't know. I've seen this brand in the thrift stores. I don't know that I would buy it to resell, but it did sell. Next. Oh, these were my daughter's, and she didn't want them, or they didn't fit her anymore. I shouldn't say that. This was listed in March. She never wore them because they're new with tags, but then she figured they wouldn't fit. They're just Walmart Wonder Nation shorts, but I bundled them together and somebody bought them for $6. So I made a couple bucks from that. Don't buy Wonder Nation to sell. This was from the bins, Vineyard Vines, Buffalo check fleece sweatshirt for a little 4-year-old girl. And it was kind of worn. You can see the pilling on it, but I disclosed that it had wash wear. Still sold for $12, and considering what I paid for it, I made a good profit there. It was listed for, what did I say, a month? 2 months? So not too bad. Next are these Tory Burch flats, listed since January. These are from a ThredUp box. The 25 pair shoe box. Did I just spit on you? 25 pairs. So they cost about $4. And they were, I mean, not a great color. They didn't have the huge Tory logo, and they were a little bit twisted. You can see especially in this picture. I mean, when you're wearing them, they wouldn't be twisted, but they were twisted just laying there. Size 7. I thought they'd go for a little more, but I had them listed for $50, and I got a $35 offer and took it. And like I said, listed since January, so 4 months. We have Lucy leggings. Let me get water. That's another reason I'm doing videos by myself, so that I don't have to open a bottle of wine every time, and I can keep this on a schedule every week. Lucy Powermax side pocket cropped leggings. So I found several workout leggings at my local thrift store the very first time I could go back, and this was one pair, and this sold in under a day. Lucy leggings will do really well, and I have some pants that I've sold also. Like the tops don't do great for me, tank tops, but I think that's across the board with athletic wear. Leggings, capris, things like that do much better. So these were listed for $30, and I sent a $25 offer, and they accepted. And like I said, they were only listed, see it says May. They were listed like a day. And that wasn't even my fastest sale this month. I don't know if I'll get to the fastest one on this video or the next. This was from the bins, this hand-painted Japanese kimono. I got it purely for the style, had no brand in it. Weird sizing, 48. Oh, and I even put 46 here. That's no good. 48. But look at the cute design with the floral patterns, and I don't know what all these buildings are called technically, but it was really nice quality, looked almost brand new. Sold for $32. It did take a little while to sell, 3 months, but I just really like the style of it. This was something my mom gave me to sell. It was listed for a couple months, month and a half or so. Lucky Brand blue embroidered lotus zip-up hoodie. If it were cheap enough, I would have bought this like at the bins or something. In my local thrift stores, it would have been $5, so I'm not paying that for this. But sold for $16. That was an offer to likers, so profit of $10. Dave's back there, and he's going to laugh at me, I bet. Lucky Brand, what? Lucky Brand striped bell sleeve peasant top. I can't answer questions in a video, Dave.
No.
Yes. This was, I think I got this at the bins the very last time I went to the bins, I think. Size extra large, very cute style with the bell sleeves, but still only sold for $16. So, yeah, I would pick up at the bins, purchase at the bins, but I don't pay for Lucky Brand at my local thrift stores. This was given to me by my mom to sell. It was listed since December. This striped Puma blue Tankini. I don't know why this suit got so many likes. It had color transfer on it. I think I have a picture of the color transfer. I swear I do. But still, I got likes. You can see it has 14 still. And it was relisted at least once. Sold for $15. I don't know that that's a brand to watch out for, but people seem to like it. My mom gave me this also. I don't know why. Bob Marley tank top. I think she gave it to me, but I could be wrong. Sold for $10. Just another graphic kind of tank tee that I like to have in my closet. It did have a few people liking it, but not big money on that. No real brand. These I had forever. These are from the mega yard sale, and I was going to wear them myself. I just didn't end up liking them. They were like lounge pajama pants with the dwarfs on them. I paid $2 for them at that sale, and they eventually sold for $10. So I got my money back. I made $7. Don't think I'd recommend buying those to sell, but I'm glad to make my money back. These were a donation. Listed in April, these pink Victoria's Secret leggings with the stripe. So I don't normally buy leggings to sell, like pink Victoria's Secret. But I would if they had this kind of stripe on them. I wouldn't pay very much, but they did get quite a few likes, and they didn't take too long to sell. Sold them for $17. And that wasn't even an offer to liker. That was an offer. Okay, this I don't remember where I got this. Oh, I did get it at the bins. It was with some other higher end stuff, like some Lily Pulitzer things. So I thought it was probably a high end brand, and it kind of was, but it's not a well known brand. Piazza Roma. Let's see if I can find that tag. But it was linen. There's the tag, and it was a cute style. I had marked it down because I was going to send it to ThredUp, and then somebody ended up buying it for the $10 I'd marked it down to anyway. So I made my money back because I bought it at the bins. This was a good bundle, $30. I think I must have done my buy one, get one free here. So I did do the buy one, get one free secret sale that I've mentioned many, many times. And this was the worst it turned out. If this is when I did it, this is the worst. I think I sold maybe 2 or 3 bundles. I usually do get almost 20. So I don't know what the deal was. This first item was listed in January, and I know I got it from the bins. It looked kind of, I don't know how to describe it. It looked dirty, kind of. Do you see that? But that's how it was made to look. It was called the New Obsession jacket from MG. I was going to keep it if nobody ended up buying it, but I did sell it. And I had a picture of a different color so you could see what it looked like. I don't know why I couldn't find a photo of it in that color. And then the other item they purchased, I got at a local consignment shop for $2 on clearance. Tea Party, which I heard later other resellers talking about in their videos as a nice brand. I don't know. There's the tag, and I've seen the logo too. I've seen a pair of pants from them since, and I didn't know if I should get them. But those 2 items sold for $30, and I'd probably buy both of them again if they were cheap enough. And Taylor LOFT cardigan sweater, wrap sweater. This was from the bins. Really, really lightweight. And it did end up having a small hole near the wrap. I think I have a picture of that right there. There's a small hole. But and I had marked it down to send to ThredUp, and somebody still bought it for the $10. So I definitely made my money back. This was when I was just desperately listing everything I could find. These were from the bins. Melissa and Gaetano Pesce, I'm sure that's spelled wrong. Fontessa jelly booties. These were a challenge to figure out the brand. So here's the tag on the inside, and that signature was tough to figure out. I heard another reseller talking about Melissa doing collaborations, and so I Googled the brand Melissa collaborations, and there was somebody who had made a slideshow of all the designers they'd collaborated with, and this was one of them, and that's how I found the stock photo and the actual person's name. I had it listed for probably a month without any of that information, so that was fun. But I had them listed, I think, $45 and took the $30 offer. So if you do see Melissa collaborations, they do tend to sell really well. That's pretty good for something from the bins that's a little bit discolored, as you can see. These were, I think, from the bins also, like a long time ago. We put them away to list in the summer. I listed them in January, preparing for the summer and spring breaks and such. So they took 4 months to sell. BCBGeneration woven thong sandals. I was about ready to give up on them, but I was happy to sell them for $16. I probably would not buy those again. We have a vintage Pendleton blazer. This was listed in April. This was a donation from Dave's Aunt Nancy. And I had it listed for $30, and they took my $24 offer. I was amazed. You know, it's May, and they're buying a wool Pendleton blazer. Pendleton blazers don't really sell very well for me, so I was happy to sell it because it would have been donated. It would have been donated eventually. This was a find. This was my first time back at their thrift store, and this was in my small town, Goodwill, and all their robes are priced for $1.99. So Barefoot Dreams, Cozy Chic, Long Robe, black and gray. I paid $2, and I sold it within a day for $40. I had to repair somewhere on it. It had a big hole I had to sew up, but the texture is so thick you wouldn't be able to tell there was ever a hole. So yes, buy Barefoot Dreams when you find it. I found it 4 or 5 times now, and they all sell like within a week. This one I was so happy to sell finally. I had it listed since September. I thought it would sell much faster, and it would always get a ton of likes, but then nobody would buy it. I'd send offers, nobody would buy it. So this was like the 3rd relisting or 4th relisting of this item, and it was listed for $40, and they took my $32 offer finally. So ModCloth is the brand. It tends to sell much better than this. I don't know why this one took so long, and it was a plus size. There's that tag. I would buy it again, definitely, because it was very cute to have in my closet. I just don't know why it took so long to sell. This one I got a not good rating on. That was fun. So this was from the bins, a J. Crew bikini, has boy shorts and this like bandeau style top with a halter strap. Had no size in it, so I had to measure. I even tried this on over my clothes to see, how it fit. And it did have pilling on the butt. I took a picture like that. I mean, that picture seems pretty clear to me. And then she got it and said it had more pilling than she thought. So I got a not good rating there. I would buy it again though. J. Crew swimwear has always sold pretty fast for me. This was another one I was going to be redonating. It was donated to me, first of all, Notre Dame fleece sweatshirt. And I was getting to the point where I could thrift again, so I was going to just donate a lot of the stuff that I wouldn't have normally listed. And somebody still bought it before I could donate it, so $10 for this Notre Dame fleece. I probably wouldn't buy it if I were trying to resell, but it worked out. That donation worked out. Another donation I had marked down, getting ready to redonate. So these are Shein, I think is how you pronounce it, which is a very cheap line of clothing you can buy online. So I think the things are like $5 to $10 each. I don't know how much shipping is. No clue. Never bought there, but there's that tag. And it feels cheap when you touch it. But these were bright, colorful. I was hoping somebody'd get them, and the woman said her daughter loved them. So do not recommend you buy Shein, but it did sell, and it only took like a month. This was a disaster also. So this was somebody who had donated a lot of things to us, and nothing individually was worth very much, so I made big lots of things. Now, I don't normally like making lots anymore, except workout clothing. And I was getting ready to redonate it because this is the last one I had left. I had it for $30. This woman offered me $10. I counter offered. I finally accepted an offer of $15, and then she opened a case because one item had a very small hole in it. So all this stuff came back to me. I have put a couple items in a box and sent them to ThredUp, and the rest have been sent to Goodwill. I was very tired of this box. My original inclination was to just decline all our offers and redonate it and not go to the trouble, and I should have done that. Anyway, end of that story. This is from the bins, and amazingly, it was a white item from the bins that didn't have any stains on it. Pilcro and the letterpress fringe skirt with these like side buttons on it, a little bit off center. Let me show you the Pilcro tag in case you've never seen it before. It's got that scribble through it on purpose. I remember the first time I found this, I was like, why did they mark through the letters? But that's on purpose. So this, I think, was relisted and sold almost right away after I relisted it. Let me go back and see what day. I first listed it in February, so it took 3 months to sell, but it sold pretty fast after I relisted it. I would buy that again at the bins. These were funny to me. These were donated from Dave's Aunt Nancy. And they're Brooks Ghost running shoes. So Brooks is a good running shoe brand. They weren't in the best shape, as you can see, but I was listing everything I could that was donated to me. But the funny part was one is normal width and the other is wide width. And I don't know why. I don't know how she managed to get one of each. She's a thrift shopper like me. But they sold for $10 with all that disclosed. I mean, you can see I put read really big, but they still sold. Don't think I'd recommend buying shoes in 2 different widths. Lululemon Studio Crop Pants, gray stripe, wide leg. I think these were mine. Yeah, these were mine. I wore them a couple times. And I was listing everything that I don't really wear all that much anymore. So these were listed not very long and they sold for $24. People say the wide leg things don't sell. I'd say studio crop, this style, is an exception to that rule. It will probably sell pretty quickly. This was a donation also. Can't remember from who. Florida Gators hoodie, but it was Nike brand. It was very nice quality, almost like new. I was getting ready to donate it too, and I got a $9 offer, so I figured, sure. Don't think I'd buy that to resell, but it did sell. This was a flop for me. This was a Harley shirt. We got it at the Benz. I thought it was kind of cool. It was rayon, lightweight Harley shirt. It had the founder's signatures on it, you can see, and some motorcycles. Turns out it's a women's, though. And that's probably why it did so poorly. And I did get my money back because I made $3 off of something from the bins that probably cost me 50 cents. But I don't think I'd buy that Harley again. These are, there's a story behind them. I had them listed for months and months last year and they didn't sell. I put them in a pile to go in our rummage sale. I even put a price tag on them. And then when I ran out of things to list, I started pulling that stuff out again. So I re-photographed these, relisted them, and they sold for $10. They were priced for $2 in the rummage sale, so it was better selling on Poshmark. But I don't know why they didn't sell the first time around. Victoria's Secret red halter plunge push-up bra. Okay, this was donated. This was listed in April. It was a donation. It was in good condition and a good size, 38C, so it's more in the plus size range. And yeah, that's the end of that story. I would have bought it at the Benz in that good a shape. Staring at Stars. This is another bad buy. Staring at Stars purple floral velvet tunic top. This was from the mega yard sale, I believe. So it was like burnout velvet. Oh, sorry, my phone. And really cute style, but I had it listed forever and it finally sold for $5. So I barely made my money back, but I did get to send it out to somebody else to hopefully love. This was something of mine when I was pulling out my own things to list. This was worn to my little brother's wedding, and I think he's been married like 5 years now, something like that. I think that's the only time I ever wore it too. Nicole by Nicole Miller floral print maxi dress. I bought this at the store, like JCPenney or something. So it was really nice style, fit really well, but I was not going to wear it anymore. Sold for $20, didn't take too long. I think I had it listed a week or something, maybe a couple weeks. So if you get those cheap enough, you know, that might be something you might want to try reselling. Athleta, turquoise blue, pack everywhere dress. This was at the very first thrift store I went to when things started opening, which was a little one in my town. And this they had marked for $3, and I bought it and couldn't find a stock photo in the right color, but I put one in anyway. I don't think you would wear this for sports. It's more like a hanging out after you've played some sports dress, and it had this hidden pocket. I do like buying pretty much everything Athleta except maybe tank tops. I find it does pretty well for me. Barbara Boland Straw Beach Bucket Bag. This, it's a lot of B's. This was listed since February, so 3 months. Got it at the bins, very lightweight. I thought it looked pretty cool, like the style. I was surprised it didn't sell faster, but still $18 for something from the bins. I would probably buy it again. Last thing in this video was my own, again, pulling out things I don't wear very often. This Roxy turquoise and navy blue hoodie. I do really like Roxy hoodies. I don't know why. I have another one listed that was mine too. I have one that I used to wear. It was gray, almost exactly like this, gray, and I wore it to death, got it stained. I can't find another one anywhere. Online, on Poshmark, nothing. But anyway, this sold really fast for $16, which really surprised me. I said really about 4 times right there. Listed for a couple weeks. So that is the end of the sales through May 12th. 48 sales, as I said. I'm getting ready to record a video of the next week, which probably is far fewer sales. And then this past week, even fewer. But that's okay. So please, if you would like, subscribe to see more videos like this. Let me know if you miss Dave or if he's just distracting. The problem is that the videos don't come on a schedule with Dave. It's hard to get him to sit still for a while. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.